the fourth prestigious King of the Ring, Stone Cold Steve Austin, an incredible victory.
The first thing I want to be done is to get that piece of crap out of my ring. Don't just get him out of the ring, get him out of the WWF. Because I've proved, son, without a shadow of a doubt, you ain't got what it takes anymore. You sit there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers, and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass.
Come on, that's not necessary.
All he's got to do is go buy him a cheap bottle of Thunderbird and try to dig back some of that courage he had in his prime. As the King of the Ring, I'm serving notice to every one of the WWF superstars. I don't give a damn what they are. They're all on the list, and that's Stone Cold's list, and I'm fixing to start running through all of them. As far as this championship match is considered, son, I don't give a damn if it's Davey Boy Smith or Shawn Michaels. Steve Austin's time has come. And when I get the shot, you're looking at the next WWF champion, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Obviously anything but humble. The fourth prestigious King of the Ring, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
In terms of audio interference and like actually dang. So it's just
I still have Wi-Fi. Not be as far. Yeah, I might not be as far as you are.
I still have Wi-Fi. It says it's connected, but my little red bubble in my screen is showing like, what is that?
Oh yeah,
30%.
You definitely just went blah for a little bit there, like as in like just having trouble.
Here, let me fucking move inside. This was a beautiful idea, but that's all
You
it's
don't
gonna
have to
be.
go inside. You don't have to go
Or let me
inside.
move close.
Look at this beautiful eclipse that nobody's gonna see but hear, because I don't
Yeah.
put videos of this up, which I guess I could, but I don't want to because
It's starting to end too.
damn. Riveting podcast. It's actually pretty damn clear. I was wondering if I was going to be able to see it.
No, it's super.
Man, Just think, like 3 or 4 years ago, I would have been doing some kind of ritual like a fucking dork.
Oh man,
Now I'm just taking apart laptops and
you're taking
drinking
apart
protein
a
pills.
laptop.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's what that was. You didn't notice that was like the bottom of a laptop, like
Oh, I
the
noticed that.
bottom off.
Why is that a lunar eclipse activity?
Oh, it's not. It's just what I do now.
Oh man,
I don't have time for wizardry.
wizardry or spells or fairy tales and hokum.
No.
Ah,
I'm meant to
so
send you a video on quantum immortality.
quantum immortality. Okay, so not
Yes.
knowing what that is, just based off of the name, I'm gonna guess this is something related to energy not being able to be created or destroyed, and in essence,
Um,
your energy continues on to something else.
it's based off that one fucking the cat thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, it's basically based off like everything that's multiverse now. Like basically we have there's other universes of us. We live forever.
Uh, oh, that's kind of like Did you end up watching Terminator Zero?
No,
Dude,
I
so
need
it's on
to.
Netflix, or you can steal it.
Like I'm
Um,
not smart
I
enough
don't
to
have.
explain it, but I can read it and understand it. That's why I don't think I'm smart because I think people that are smart can like explain the stuff. But I can read it and understand, but I'm like, you just live. Like the guy, literally the guy who came up with the theory, he basically,
Livin. Living.
the guy who came up with the theory basically fucking smoked like he was fucking dying and drink, and I think he even did drugs because like, there's me in another universe that's probably not doing that, and it's just all crazy shit, and it was like, all right, big dog.
Hey, hell yeah.
But
Got
that's
some things.
kind of what I subscribe to. I'm not gonna say it's like right or I believe in it or
No,
maybe that's what I
definitely
do to
send me
make
that.
myself feel
Sounds
better.
interesting. Um,
I mean, it deals with like quantum physics and science and shit.
hmm. Oh, but what that reminds me of Terminator Zero is in that they changed the rules of time travel a little bit to have a better understanding of like how modern physics is. Um, so they send someone back in time. Obviously, it's Terminator, and they explain to her that when you go back in time, like you are automatically in something that has never happened. Like you're not going back to your past, you're just starting a new timeline. And
I mean, that's how it should be. That's why there's a lot of people who, I mean, Back to the Future. I mean, you should just not really think about it too hard and have fun. But there's a lot of like, if you're in the past, you had never been in the future. So how are you in the future?
yeah, yeah.
Type shit. And that's, I
Oh,
think that's what you're getting at with that,
mhm.
because
Yeah, it's
that's how quantum physics works.
yeah, it's definitely watch Terminator Zero. I think it's the best shit that's happened since Terminator 2. Like
I don't know.
by
I like the Sarah. I was gonna bring up the Sarah Chronicles.
Sarah Connor
I mean,
Chronicles. I still haven't seen it,
it's
but
definitely got like its cheesy shit. Like they kind of shoehorn like Kyle
we'll
Reese's
see.
brother is there,
We'll see
but like,
like what I remember the Sarah Connor Chronicles from is like ads for it on TV, and
oh
it just
yeah, I mean,
being the super, just some very low budget looking effects that I was like,
well, I mean,
I don't know.
you like you told me to watch Reacher and all that. It's filmed like those kind of TV shows to me, like fucking
Yeah.
Prison Break and stuff. And that's what turns me off. But
Oh,
I mean, it's what turned me off originally. Like my friends like, watch it, dude, it's good. And like, gotta
yeah.
say, the second season's pretty fucking. I'm like, man, I'm actually at work like gasping, like, oh, And I'm like, I can't be too loud now because I'm supposed to be working, but I gotta get my shows in.
That's the only reason I stayed there as long as I did. 'Cause I had to weigh how valuable is it to me to keep being able to watch the show. Like, let's just do a rundown of all the shit I watched at work. Like, I watched the entirety of Game of Thrones at work. I watched the entirety of The Wire. Um,
Man, the Wire's good. I need
The
to
Wire's
rewatch that.
awesome. Uh, oh, I watched the entirety of that fucking John Krasinski, Jack Ryan show on Amazon Prime.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's in league with that stuff, and I usually don't watch stuff
Okay.
like that
Okay.
because
Well, I'll probably
I find
fucking
it.
like it.
That's what I'm saying. I think you will, but I'm kind of like not being me, not being judgmental about everything and gatekeepy and because it's even like the action looks like I'm just like this looks like something that'd be on Fox. I'm like, oh yeah, it is. Fox put this out. Like if it didn't have like the Terminator story in it, it'd just be like some kind of like run of the mill bullshit show that I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Hey,
Basically,
look, some of those
I
run.
think it basically it's probably bad, but I like it because it's Terminator and I'm grasping for straws. I don't
You can
know.
also just like stuff that's bad.
Yeah. I don't
I
want to
like
do
a
that
lot.
though.
I like a lot of stuff that's bad. Like,
Me too. Oh, dude, I already like a lot of like music that's kind of bad. Well, kind of.
doesn't Cersei Lannister play Sarah Connor
Yes.
in that
And
show? That's
I was like,
fucking crazy.
and I
Like,
totally forgot. I was like, oh yeah, there was already someone that was on Game of Thrones, and she's a better Sarah. She's actually pretty
what year?
good.
What year was that? Like, when did this show come out?
2008, 2009,
Okay, so that was
and then
pre Game of Thrones, but that was still
oh
fucking.
yeah,
That was
wasn't
pre
that?
Game of Thrones, but that was still like post 300. So I feel like she's a pretty big actress at that point, or getting there.
Yeah,
That's
and
wild.
the person that played Cameron, I can't remember her fucking name, but she's from Firefly. Cameron's the robot, the
Uh,
Terminator, the good Terminator that's with that John reprogrammed and sent back. And
yeah, yeah,
as you
yeah.
can, I'm sure you caught that the name Cameron is a reference to James Cameron. But
Oh, I
that's what I'm
watched like the
saying. That's what I'm
first.
saying. It's cheesy. And then
Oh
like
yeah,
they shoehorn like Kyle Reese has a brother, and it's just like what the fuck this happened. That stuff's kind of it's okay. I don't hate it, but like it's and then they're kind of shoehorning like religion with like the
hmm
FBI agent.
when I get a chance. I am so fucking. I watched the first half of Terminator 2 with Paige today. Um, and she was pretty like like sleepy and out of it, but I kept going like, "Oh my God, who's coming to kill John Connor? Is it Arnold? Is it this cop that look?" And then her initial review is like it's pretty good. She goes, "There's some shit like it's definitely less horror, but Robert
Well, no
Patrick
shit.
like full sprinting with the blank look on his face, that's
And
in
not
horror."
breathing. Yeah, he talks about that in some interview. He had to train for that,
Well, yeah, like he's not like she saw
and
that
it's
scene and she was like, okay, they didn't get rid of all the horror.
and I think like he even when he shoots a gun, he doesn't blink,
Yeah,
so he comes off more like robotic, Terminator, machine-like, I guess I should say.
yeah. See, Arnold couldn't
They
do that,
keep
and that's why they put the glasses on him.
give me the sunglasses. Fuck this shit.
I keep blinking. Oh,
I need my
dude,
testosterone.
as we're watching this, she keeps going, I'm the governor. You're going to be governated. And I'm like,
Damn.
and she's like, I'm sorry I keep doing that. And I go, no, that is like literally part of the joy of watching an Arnold movie is you and everyone that watches it just does the shittiest Arnold impressions the whole time the movie's playing.
not your first time watching Terminator 2 though. The
Uh,
disrespect.
what,
I'm kidding.
lock into fucking Terminator 2 is not,
Dude, Terminator
it's not a
2,
complicated movie. You can keep
you can
track
make
of
it
Terminator
complicated.
2.
Make it complicated.
Hmm.
You can make it complicated.
Yeah, but like, that's not what it is. It was a summer blockbuster.
I'm gonna stab you.
What, David, when did it come out? What time of year did it come out and how much money did it make? Like,
Well, I'm pretty sure it came out when you were not alive and I was like 6.
no, yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's a
it was definitely like an action, more actiony,
it's a
make
great
money.
movie. The special effects are still cutting edge. Like when uh Robert Patrick, like the T-1000, I guess, walks through the jail bars, like that shit looked like that could have came out 2 months ago.
That's like early CGI too.
Yeah, no, it is got great action. The dynamic between like Arnold and fucking Edward Furlong, uh, John Connor is awesome. Linda
I
Hamilton
don't
got
know why you
fucking
cry, but it's something I can never do.
yeah.
Come on, that
Uh,
ending. I still cry as a fucking grown ass man. I'm like, fucking
yeah,
Terminator.
she hasn't gotten to that point yet. We only
Oh
watched the
damn.
first half.
I don't know why you cry, but it's something I can. He's
Yeah,
never
and
had
then
a
he goes into the
father.
lava with the
Goddamn
thumbs up.
machine's his father, basically.
Oh,
Crazy.
so good.
I still like the first movie better. I don't know why. Maybe because
See,
it's just.
but like, there's all these great things about it, but at the end of the day, this was a popcorn movie that got made. Like, it's fire. But they were just, and I joke about this in
It's
because
just
the end
hard
of
because popcorn movies now are fucking just throwaway.
they're
They're
bad,
not like great
or they're
movies. There's,
they're not even just bad. I can almost forgive being bad. I can't forgive just being boring and like,
and I
okay,
think that's why I'm so like the disrespect. But you're right. It is just like that's what it was. It was basically like fucking the Avengers,
yeah,
but the Avengers is just like, God damn it, not again.
it brought the villain from the first movie back to be the hero. Like, and Linda Hamilton got
Well,
fucking ripped for that
he
movie.
actually wanted the Liquid Terminator in the first movie too. It was in the script, but they didn't
Ah,
have the
shit.
technology yet.
Well, Cameron's
It
known for that. Like, the
wasn't
reason,
until he did the is it the Abyss, and he really
yeah,
was like, oh, we can do this shit. Oh,
well, that and Cameron's known for like having ideas that the tech is not there for yet. That's why Avatar 2 took fucking 20 years to come out.
and see, like that movie was just it was a popcorn movie to me. I was like, it's okay, it's pretty
Yeah.
okay. I mean, first movie was just Dances with Wolves, but you know,
Those movies, I don't even really see them as movies per se. Those are tech demos, and like you go to the theater to watch it, like Giant and James Cameron, to actually utilize the technology ways that no one else does. Like
I saw both
the
of them in 3D.
yeah, the 3D first one, nothing, nobody did shit like that. And then it caused the 3D craze that was horrible.
Yeah, I was
So,
gonna say I knew people who bought TVs. I like 3D. I don't know. I don't know. I never got to do it at home.
yeah, it can't look as good.
But how's it going?
Me the fuck out.
Why did I freak you the fuck
Because
out?
I had no idea you were out here, and I'm like, he said he was doing the thing with Eli, and then,
Yeah, it's recording.
okay, hi everyone, I don't give a shit. I was just trying to
No,
find
I was just trying to hang outside and look at the thing. I guess I should have let you know, but most people go to sleep, but we're weirdos. I left.
Uh, first guest on the pod. That's an honor. Oh
What was
man.
it about? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
I think we did we talk about Terminator a bunch on the last podcast? I think we did. Did I like
I
bring
think
up how like
maybe
I never
we might
I
just
never
be
thought of.
becoming a, we might be becoming a Terminator. Yeah. Like,
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna bring up the AEW pay-per-view, so
Ooh, I
Revolution.
do want some. Uh, let's just fucking dive into that because that shit.
All I can say is you might actually drop your phone and drive on over here. That main event kind of sucked.
Oh, that main event was not good. Like
No, that
I,
was like the worst. That was like the
yeah,
worst thing about. And that's actually the
have
worst thing. Everything else was pretty damn awesome.
I
Like I'm
have
sorry, Tony Storm. That was a
that shit
badass
was
match.
insane.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I was bricked up, but I was.
Well, like, okay, so I'm gonna tackle my issues with the main event because we said that first.
That was
It's
some WWE shit.
dude, they are booking, they're selling the lead up to this like this is like Edge or Cope or whatever. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say
And
you better cope because I was gonna because I'm gonna say that main event sucked.
he's like selling this story that he's like just as fucking ruthless and violent as Moxley. So you're like expecting it to be some type of uh street match or something like that where they can just do crazy shit. And then they just worked it like a regular fucking match. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Like
why
even
were
the
you getting out the board with the fucking nails on it, Cope? Just to work a regular match. Okay.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. And then like the Christian thing, and they didn't even win.
Yeah.
See you later, nerd.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think,
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say another thing. I'm doing my best. I gotta get you pissed off somehow. I don't really even. I think John Moxley even kind of sucks. I don't know.
okay, look, you, and I agree with you on this. This entire storyline, I'll give you some background that explains why this sucks. Because it sucks.
Who's worth the
The
belt?
whole,
That's all I'm gonna say. That dude's got
you
charisma.
said, you said what?
I said give Swerve the belt. He's got charisma. He
Oh,
has.
okay. So I'm gonna say why the Death Riders has been so bad, and then what I would do to fix it, like pretty quickly. Uh, so it's been bad because Moxley was built up as this fucking like violent heel to get all the young guys in AEW to step up and everything like that. And it was very clearly directed towards Darby Allin to, all right,
Oh,
this is
and
where we
he's
put the world title on Darby. And yeah, I don't hate that idea, but then Darby wants to go climb Mount Everest, which
yep.
once in a lifetime opportunity, absolutely go do that. So when you notice that the crowds aren't fucking with Moxley anymore, pivot. Darby's doing something for like 6 months. Like, don't just keep running this dumbass storyline. And then also the commentary and like the backstage promos and shit book Moxley is this like crazy, super violent guy, and he's just a pussy who survives on like run-ins, like run-ins and beatdowns. And it's like that's not. No, you're not this king. Like, I don't know how I would fix this. You're right. Immediately put the belt on Swerve. That dude
Might as well.
has it all. Like the fucking the entrance, the look, the charisma, the fucking promos, the in-ring work. Like Swerve might be a complete package as a wrestler.
Tone down on the parkour a little bit.
What'd you say?
Oh no,
Oh,
my camera
down,
disconnected.
slow down on the parkour a little bit.
You know what trying to get you riled up for.
Listen, it's fine. I would have gotten riled up, but after that pay-per-view, I'm vindicated. That shit was bangers
No.
end to end except the main event.
Yeah,
That's
dude, the
fine.
tag match. I honestly,
Oh,
the
that
Tony
tag
Storm,
match was sick.
that Tony Storm match was probably the best match. I was like, there's the glass.
Yeah. Yeah, that honestly, I think that should have main evented because their
That's what
story's been
everybody's
going on
saying.
for so long and it's this big finish to it. Like
And
I
pouring
would put
buckets
that
of
main
blood.
event.
I don't see that often with women wrestling. I was just like, okay.
No, like they let them go fucking crazy. They let them have a fucking Hangman and Swerve match. Like because that's how hard those two go. And they're
I
just like,
literally watched that like 3 in the morning on my phone, and I got up and had to put it on my TV. I was like, I watched this on the big TV.
yeah, this has got to be on the big TV. Um,
Sorry for
what'd you think
interrupting,
of that
but
fucking What'd you think about that Osprey Fletcher cage match, dude?
oh, that was good too. Yeah,
That shit was
I
fucking
forgot all about that.
awesome.
Dude, all
There's
those matches were better than the main event. Like the
the
last three
fucking
matches or so.
brother, the Spanish fly off of the fucking cage, like Jesus Christ, that was nuts. Oh
Pretty tight.
no, their match I really liked. Swerve and Ricochet's was good too. Like, I think it's so interesting that fucking Ricochet, when he leaves WWE, he's like a perpetual mid-carder. No one really fucks with him. He's got like no charisma. And then they move him to AEW and he works with Swerve for like a month and he's better than he's ever been. Like,
You think it's because of
Swerve,
Swerve?
I think that Swerve is now at that point where he can like make other people like
Like a Bret Hart?
get, yeah, he can make other people get over just by working with
Like look
them,
good?
like, and
That
look
makes
good.
sense.
Um, ah, the the Hangman MJF match, pretty good. I mean, it
I like the
I
crowd
didn't,
shots in the face.
dude. Yeah, I love when MJF busts that shit out. Like,
And
oh,
I'm gonna admit on the podcast that was literally the first AEW like pay-per-view I've watched all the way through.
here's the thing, dude. Their pay-per-views, for the most part, are really good. Like, I think it's where what AEW is really good at really shines. And just like, because the in-ring shit they're doing is very different than WWE. And the spectacle of it, I think, is also something that they're very good at, of just the cage and then the fucking Hollywood ending with Mariah and Tony. I think that their pay-per-views are the best way to start fucking with them because it's almost always wall-to-wall bangers. Like, especially fucking Osprey, I don't think can have a bad match. Like,
See, I gotta watch more because the internet disagrees with you most of the time. The internet, like they said,
what?
this is the best pay-per-view they've had in a while.
Oh, I
The
let me think.
internet.
I
I see. I
thought,
don't watch enough, but I'm listening to you.
see, I thought that the Forbidden Door, the most recent one, I thought there wasn't
I
enough
heard it was
build
bad,
for it,
right?
but what's up?
I heard it was bad. Not bad. They can't like bad. It's just kind of
It,
I don't
it
know.
had some
Like
banger matches on it. Swerve and Osprey was great. Um, the problem with that is they didn't fucking build much. But I think they're already building the next Forbidden Door because Gabe Kidd from fucking Bullet Club has been on AEW like in the past few weeks, and his whole character is he would die for New Japan and fuck AEW. Like, this is a piece of shit company. Um,
dang. I don't know if
so
I'd go
there's a
that far.
back,
Even though I'm sitting there.
but that's just his character. Like, uh, just reps New Japan till he dies. And they did it wasn't on TV because Gabe Kidd also cusses like fucking crazy.
What about New Japan USA?
What do you mean New Japan USA?
AEW.
Oh, I mean, that's part of why Gabe Kidd says he doesn't fuck with them is because they literally took all their like main event talent. Um, but regardless, it's like a like video of Collision like backstage, and Gabe Kidd just like kicks this fucking shit over, and he's like, it's like, why the fuck have you called me all the way to fucking Sacramento and not even put me on fucking TV? And he gets up in like Mark Briscoe's face and is just like, I used to fucking respect you when your brother was alive. bitch. And I'm like, oh my God. And then they have a brawl. So all that to say, I'm hoping that they're doing like longer builds for Forbidden Door because I think that that would be better than just here's some guys having matches. Which I still love here's some guys having matches. Like, but I'm trying to think the Dynasty pay-per-view last year was really good. That was in
What
St.
was?
Louis and I didn't go.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's
I
where
didn't you
Swerve
go?
like won the world championship. I'm like, fuck.
Oh man, you're gonna be creaming in your britches.
What's up?
You're gonna be creaming in your britches.
I would have. Dude, that dude is like, oh my God. I love Swerve.
Now,
Like,
now to swerve it over. We didn't talk about this last week. What about the Cena heel turn?
oh my fucking God, David. Okay, this is a tangent here. I cannot fucking believe. Listen, George R. R. Martin, if you hear me now, I cannot believe we got the Cena heel turn before the winds of winter. You are making me look like a fucking fool out here. Oh my God, I can't believe they turned him heel like
Like
on a
honestly,
retirement run. Like I'm
they're
happy they
both kind
did.
of awesome. Both are kind of awesome right now. Straight
Yeah.
up, I'll say it.
Oh,
80. I mean, they're both different. If you wanted
no,
like
they're both different, but they're cooking. Like the
like
Cena heel
CM
turn.
Punk's not even really that annoying. Like he's doing good. I mean, he's kind of always did good mic shit. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm just paying attention more or something. But so I don't know. Whatever.
No, they're both cooking. I'm not keeping up with them as much because there's only so much fucking wrestling, dude. Only so
Oh, I
many
know.
hours, and I want to watch all of it.
I
But
watch it at work. Some of it. I mean, I work at work. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
no, I'm busting that. I'm going crazy.
I
Um,
mean, I work real hard. Yeah,
I make money for my bosses. Don't you doubt that.
yeah.
Don't you doubt that for a second.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say what my raise was, but if you know what my raise was, yeah, you'd be like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna watch Raw.
Ooh, we'll hear from
Especially,
MJF live. Looks like dynamite. Okay, dude, I would find any excuse to watch that shit. I'm like Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa has a squash match with a local talent. Have to watch it, dude. Oh my God.
I even tried to watch a little like current NWA. It's
Oh yeah,
cool.
how's that going? That's Billy
Okay.
Corgan, right?
Yeah, but
That's the one that he fucked up his TV rights with by doing a like Coke spot, right?
oh, I think didn't
I
he
think
had something to do with TNA for a while too,
yeah, he was
didn't he?
on screen in TNA for a while.
Oh, he was on.
It was
Ooh,
it was
I'm
when
glad
they
I
were
wasn't
going
watching anything then. I opened
it
my
was when they
mouth.
were getting real bad after Hogan came in and fucked everything up. So then they were like, okay, we'll get Billy Corgan to fix it, and he fucked it up worse.
Wait, how's that work? You get the guy. He comes from the scene where everybody's like lefty and stuff, and he's like, not me, guys.
Hmm. No, TNA would have like fallen apart as a company if they weren't owned by a TV channel. Like,
Damn.
like, because that's the one thing is everyone's like TNA never like went away. They changed the name to Impact for a while. It's back to TNA now. But
Wasn't it Global Force Wrestling for a bit? Then they split it again or whatever. I don't know. That's weird shit. With, like JFJ or
yeah, yeah, it might have been. I only know about the switch to Impact. Um, because what really started catching my attention was when Scott D'Amore was running it, and then they inexplicably fired him. No reason. But it was when after Billy Corgan, I think Scott D'Amore came in and started running it. And over the next like 8 years started rebuilding this company and was really starting to fucking cook, and then they just fired him out of nowhere.
Damn.
Um, but what got me watching them when Scott D'Amore started running it was when Josh Alexander started fucking having these banger matches. He's a bit of a Kurt Angle type, I would say. Uh, Definitely check out some Josh Alexander if you haven't. I think,
The last time I've really watched TNA, they still had six-sided rings. So,
listen,
cause,
that's the golden era of
that was
TNA
before
because
like
that's
Hogan.
when, yeah, that's the
Kurt
golden
Angle
era.
was
That's
wrestling.
fucking AJ
I'm sorry,
Styles, Samoa
Kurt
Joe,
Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah, that was all
Uh,
them. I think even Booker T would have been in TNA by then,
I think so.
because it would have been
Steiner
like,
then by then.
I think that was after. I don't know.
Well, because there's a
I
lot of
don't remember.
overlap with those guys. Because Steiner math is about Samoa Joe. Like, oh, but no,
And
that's
yes,
the golden.
I did use that for our last podcast.
No, that was a good choice.
Actually, shout out to Big Booty Daddy.
Oh, the Big Papa Pump. Holla if you got the hookup. Holla if you heard me. Man, when Steiner came out and he put the 1 foot on the rope in the arms and rested, oh, you knew you were in for an all-time fucking promo. He was gonna say something insane.
Fire! You fucking old! I can't do his
Rick,
voice.
you old fuck!
It's funny. I actually listened to an
If you
interview
were
with
gonna,
him.
if you were gonna hire the Nature Boy #2, why didn't you hire the Nature Boy #1, Buddy Rogers?
Oh
Now I
yeah.
know Buddy Rogers is dead. God rest his soul. Yeah, Scott
Isn't fucking
Steiner
it
with the
doesn't
fucking one leg up on the rope. Oh,
man.
something good's coming.
It sucks he didn't realize Hulk Hogan was a douchebag then because he doesn't like Hulk Hogan at all now. That'd have been awesome to have that kind of shit done on Hulk
Oh,
Hogan.
and guess what? They brought him in just to job to Triple H. That
Oh yeah,
yeah, that
the
whole
the test for steroids thing.
yeah. Or when they brought every one of those awesome dudes from WCW over to job to Triple H. Like,
Pretty much.
which the one that will always blow my mind more than anything is the Booker T one.
Yeah, because straight up racist. I think he
Yeah,
actually apologized for that stuff.
Triple H is racist and then doesn't lose the match. Like, the hero doesn't overcome the racist. Like,
Wonder why Donald Trump's in.
there's a reason they called it the Reign of Terror, dude. Because every Raw was starting with a 20-minute Triple H town hall, and then he was just gonna make somebody that's awesome job to him and fucking make sure they don't have a good career over here. Like, ah, God. I'm trying to think of other like just elite promo guys. I mean, Cena's got to be up there. Like, uh,
My brain always, when it goes to promos, it usually always flashes right back to the Attitude Era with The Rock and
yeah, The
Stone
Rock,
Cold.
Stone Cold.
I mean, it was
Underrated
literally.
promo is fucking Jake the Snake. That dude could cut some
Oh yeah,
killer.
yeah. That
Like,
shit's scary.
when Swerve is healed, that's similar to how he gives promos. Like,
Dude, like, picture me in eighth grade, like an eighth grade little fucking chubby kid just walking around calling everybody a jabroni. I didn't even know what a jabroni was yet. But like The Rock said it so much, I was like, that must mean something bad. And just calling people, I'm just gonna call people jabroni again. I gotta bring
j-
that back.
Oh, Jabroni, it's so unique as a fucking run, as a like insult. I love it. No, The Rock was. I've seen like those like compilations of The Rock just fucking burying people, and like he could. It doesn't matter what your name is. Like,
Maybe a little sexist. It was
oh yeah.
'98.
Have you seen the have you seen that video that's like uh John Cena Chinese promo and he like says I'll tell it to you in Chinese and he says it like in perfect Mandarin and then it's like The Rock he's like The Rock will say it in Chinese and then he does something I can't do.
Yeah, I shouldn't even laugh, but I remember.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the promo what Stone Cold says to Stephanie. Uh, Basically, like, don't let your penis fall out or something. God damn it. That's a good one. Fuck, I ruined it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I can't. It's in my head, but
Oh, that's trying to think of any other just all-time fucking promos. There've been a few pretty fucking good ones in like AEW. Oh, I would say that's more crowd work what I'm thinking of. But MJF when he's running heel, he is so good at fucking getting the crowd like just to boo the shit out of him. Uh there's one where I think it was like before a Dynamite, he's like out in the ring and they're just fucking booing the shit out of him. And he goes, "We're not even on TV yet. I don't give a fuck." Like, and they said, "This is Texas. Most of you were probably supposed to be aborted."
damn.
Yeah, like that dude is pretty good at getting fucking heel heat. Like, ah, I'm
Oh,
wondering
yeah.
if they're ever gonna turn fucking Swerve heel again. I thought he was really good as a heel, but uh, other elite promos.
I'm not even gonna mention anybody. It's all old. It's all
Now the old people are part of our audience. It's
because I always think
it's
I hate to
technically a
say it.
promo.
What?
It's not technically a promo, but the backstage segment with AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy in TNA after Jeff Hardy showed up high at the pay-per-view and Sting like shoot pinned him. Uh,
Yeah,
AJ Styles is backstage and he's just saying like, how could you do this? Like this was our biggest like event ever and you're like blowing the main event. And then but he gets twisted in his words and he says, "You're gonna take family out my foods, Betty." Like,
roll it
uh,
back, G.
yeah, because fucking AJ's not a good promo. Like, he was awesome in the ring, but he was only ever fine at promos to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
No Scott's done.
Jeff Hardy, there's another one. This this is elite just because it's like, what the fuck? Jeff Hardy goes, "Jeff Hardy as WWE champion? Wow." So yeah, like it's like he's
All right,
hearing his
then.
the thought of him being WWE champion. Wow.
I'll be goddamn.
So yeah, he's saying wow, like wow. I got a huge drug problem. Don't put that belt on me. Like, oh
You
my
can go ahead
god.
and not get it to me, brother.
Actually, give it to me, and then I'll have to drop it in a horrible match because I feel well. Oh,
Well, anything new this week for you?
I started reading this series called the series is called The Sun Eater. Um, first book is called Empire of Silence. Uh, this shit is very modern Dune. Like, if you fuck with Dune at all, you should read this book or listen to it. Um, let me explain to you how Dune this is. So, they have human beings that function as computers because, like, there's no computer technology allowed. Um, there is a church that, like, oversees everything and kind of, like, uh, advises kings and like lords and shit like that. It's a feudal system. Um, and there's also like shields that stop high projectile things, but swords can get through them. So, like energy shields. So I'm about 50 pages in, and that all is just lifted straight from Doom. Like,
All right.
uh, to the point that I'm like, is the Herbert estate doing? Like, um, because I went to get this book from my library. I had to request it. It came in. Cool. And when I pick it up, I'm like, let me just go ahead and request the second book. And it's not at the library. Cool, this one wasn't. So they see if it's in any of the libraries in our system. None. I'm like, that's every library till like Springfield, Illinois. They're like, yeah, we don't
Wow.
have any of his other books in there. And I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, did the Herbert Estates do? They're like, get that shit off the fucking shelves. That is just Dune. You just did Dune. But it's pretty good. The prose in it is very like well written. Um, very like kind of flowy and poetic and stuff like that. But it's pretty good. It's got a thick cover.
See.
Um, I'm only 50 pages in, but it's told. I'm not sure what the term for this is. It's not in media res because that's when you start like from the middle and then go back to the beginning.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's it's written down like it is this person like recounting their life. So it's first person like I did this and then I did blah blah blah. Which I don't usually fuck with first person perspective, but it's pretty good so far. But it's written down like it's someone recollecting their life. And that person is like the first son of this like lower level like lord in this feudal system, and it's kind of about their like politicking and this and that so far. So again, very similar to Dune.
I'll say it kind of just sounds like
You're what?
kind of sounds like Dune.
Oh yeah, well also because okay, so here's another thing. This family in this book, uh, they like there's a horrible attack by this alien species on this planet, kind of not 100% within their system. They explain that it's very far away, but it's further into their territory, like the humans' territory, than they thought it would be. So, like, the war's not right on them yet, but they're like, oh, whoa, what the fuck? But this makes this family that we're in their perspective of the sun, they are the only ones that can get large amounts of uranium, like through mining it. And so they become very important after this planet goes down. But the dad is telling the son, like, you don't get it. Like, this is just, like, they could be setting us up at any moment. Like, we're in charge of making sure the uranium gets out. We have to make sure that happens. And, like, if we don't, they'll kill us. And I'm like, that is word for word what Leto Atreides tells to Paul. Just replace uranium with spice. Like, so we'll see. I'm gonna keep going, but right now I'm like this. Like people said it was a modern Dune, and then I read a bit and I was like, yeah, it is. And then I'm reading more and I'm like, yeah, it is. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Kind of on the T.
like are you gonna like I don't mind when something clearly like clearly like has inspiration from something else. Like that's literally how anyone gets like convinced to create their own thing at all, is something inspires them.
Yeah, it's true.
And like we're at a point where pretty much every conceivable version of a story has been told, so things are going to borrow from each other. Like, but you do have to eventually tell your own story. Like, if if Hadrian Marlowe becomes a fucking omniscient worm god, I'm gonna throw this book. Like, which I guess spoilers for like a fucking 40-year-old book. And possibly a 4-year-old book. I don't know. He's not turned into a
Oh,
omniscient worm god yet, but
well, let me know.
it's very much in play as far as the first 50 pages have went. Oh man. Supposedly, uh, Denis Villeneuve or whatever is writing the next Dune movie. And he's only going to do 3, which, hey, that's fine. Like those first 2. The first one I thought was a little slow, and it kind of just felt like setup for, the next one. And I kind of like was like, I don't know, like 3 stars out of 5. Like the effects are cool, like they really nail the tone of Dune, but like it just kind of feels like they're setting up for the next one. And then I saw the next one and I was like, that's fine. Like that shit was perfect. Like it was okay that the first movie retroactively became 4 stars because it was setting up for a movie as good as the second movie.
You gotta
Like,
watch them together.
huh?
You gotta watch them together.
Oh, fandom, fuck.
That
What
was
is that?
one
Like
movie.
6 hours?
What?
I said, what is like watching them together? Like 6 hours? Because they're both long as
Problem?
fuck.
Whatever. People watch Lord of the Rings,
Oh,
I
I know. I
guess.
think that this Dune trilogy is gonna go down as like this generation's Lord of the Rings. Like epic fantasy that epic fantasy slash sci-fi that adapts a work that is kind of esoteric. So it definitely streamlines and changes some things, but it still very much understands the tone, the message, like the main plot, and gives you a pretty close approximation of that. Um, and they're all long as fuck. Like, yeah, this is gonna be, oh, and they're critically acclaimed too. Like, this is gonna be this generation's Lord of the Rings. I'm putting money on that.
Man, Lord of the Rings was pretty fucking big.
Was what?
It's pretty fucking big. I don't feel
Yeah,
like Dune felt the same way. Maybe it's because I'm just older. I don't know.
it might be that because that second movie made a fuckload of money.
Oh, I'm not saying like Dune movies are good. I don't know. Even video games are like that. Maybe this is how things are. Like nothing seems. Yeah, I'm just old. Yes, nothing's exciting,
Yeah, you weren't on TikTok, is the thing.
and
Uh,
I don't want to be because it's annoying.
well, Dune kind of took over that short form, like YouTube shorts, Instagram reels. That like every single scroll that you would put through was a Dune edit or Dune, like
I guess you're right. That makes sense.
and like clips of the movie being put into there with like edits
Man,
and shit. Like
I do think I have TikTok on this phone. I guess I gotta fucking keep up being
I'm not on TikTok anymore.
media literate.
I watch
I,
Instagram reels, so I'm probably watching
I
like six. I'm watching 6-month-old TikToks probably.
and not always, but sometimes.
There's a lot of
I'm
construction fails on Instagram. My it's quite.
Yeah, those are pretty awesome. I've seen
I
some of those.
love watching. Oh, you didn't form that up. All that concrete's going everywhere. Like, um,
There's two cops turning in my neighborhood. They come get me, bro.
oh, they're coming to get you? Get
No.
arrested live on pod? Chat clip this?
For what? Sitting on my porch like a jackass?
Ugh.
No, they just make a turn and drive through the neighborhood and they're gonna do something.
Oh, yeah.
Protect and serve. I don't know.
Harass and beat, probably.
No, not this neighborhood. The neighborhood over.
Well, yeah, they were headed. Oh, man. Uh, well, let's
Yeah.
see. Other than that being pretty good book, uh,
I have WWE 2K25 and I've not played it yet.
oh, you've not played it yet? I've heard it's pretty good.
Unfortunately, I have the free version.
Uh,
So it has the community creations has not been racked yet, like last year's. That was my thing. I'm just like, well, I guess I'll just play last year's still if I'm gonna play it.
oh, man. I've heard there's like a bloodline rules match that,
Because
some people can't get it. They're like, I don't understand. It's run-ins the match. And like, yeah.
I have
Um,
yet to play it. I don't even know what it is to be honest. It's there. I see it. You can click on it.
oh, it's, it's like how all of Roman Reigns' matches would go, where someone would beat him and be about to win clean, and then all of his cousins would run in and like save him. And it's like,
How's that legal?
well, you know, the ref and this stuff. I don't know. But like, and it would happen every single one of Roman's matches, and then they would just keep talking about him on commentary like he was this fucking unbeatable monster who like he's the best to ever do it. Like he's held this shit for 5 fucking years, dude. Which also, you should never have a title on someone's belt for or a title on someone's belt, a belt on someone's waist for 5 fucking years. Holy shit!
I don't know. I kind of miss that, but honestly, it needs to be on someone that's kind of fun.
Like,
He's a better heel.
and like I don't mind if he is a Weasley like coward piece of shit and that's how he wins all of his matches. That's okay. But like treat him like that on commentary.
Yeah. Oh, I
Be
don't
like,
think
this dude's a fucking Weasley little piece of shit. He's just gonna cheat. Like, do shit like that. But no, they're like the most dominant champion. It's like how? His cousins save him from getting his ass beat. It's like
oh, there's a lot of
no
cops.
big shade. My cousins have saved me from getting my ass beat before.
Damn, not me. I have no bloodlines.
Oh man.
Mainly just been fucking working. I actually took off tomorrow because
Oh,
I
you
needed
took
a fucking break. Yeah, well, I have like 50 hours in PTO, so might as well use it.
50 hours?
Yep.
No, I would definitely be using that shit. I will not have PTO or vacation until, what's that, really April?
Eh, early April will be here quick.
Yeah. Oh,
But I am burnt the fuck out.
yeah, dude, that double that I had to work it's
I bet.
but I got to leave on time the next day, so on my Friday, and then they. Sorry, I was looking for my headphones. I dropped them. Fine. Um, but I worked that double on my Thursday so I could get off on my Friday, which cool. I work it, but then the next day I am the next day I'm leaving on time, and this dude is like, "Oh, you're leaving on time?" And I was like,
Nope.
"Yeah." Well, I was like, "Yeah," and I'm getting changed out of my work uniform, and he is telling other people, he's like, "That motherfucker has to work over every goddamn day," and I was like, "Yeah, I do. It kind of sucks." But then the check comes in, and I'm like, "Okay, it's fine. I'll give him 2 more weeks. Like, I'll keep going." And then that's how dudes get like 25 years seniority in the union. Like, if that next check sucks, I'm not doing it. And then it doesn't. They're like, okay, I'll wait till the next one. No. But no, I feel you on working on games though. I got, I don't know if I mentioned this, I got RoboCop, that RoboCop Rogue City.
That's a good game. It's very
It's
similar to the Terminator game because it's the same developer.
it is really fucking good. It is so fun. It it absolutely nails the tone of
I
RoboCop.
like when the heads pop like watermelons.
Yes. Or when you shoot
Like
him
pick
in
them up and
the dick.
throw them out windows. That's cool too. That's it. Yeah,
I
it
love
was
how
awesome.
slow you move and how like just any of their fire like doesn't really do anything.
Oh, don't worry, that changes when you'll start getting smoked at some point.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But it's just RoboCop should feel like a tank. Like,
Oh yeah,
oh,
no, it's good. It's good. It's a good ass game. It's a good ass game, brother.
yeah, tank, brother.
I'm slowly still playing Avowed. I can't. That's a game with a lot of dialogue, and my brain's not want to deal with a bunch of dialogue. So I'm like, I think I'm done.
Yeah, my brain doesn't want to deal with it.
I gotta read shit. Can I just
I'll
kill
read
people?
books all day, but when you put reading a book in the fucking game, I'm like, stop.
A
What?
lot of it is because I'm just fucking wiped out, and I can. That's why we're doing the podcast. When I'm like, we can do it before. I'm not going to work. We can do it before work. I was like, dude, I've been getting up at like an hour before I gotta go in. Like, I don't. I'm. That's why I think I'm just wiped out. Like, burnt.
Hmm.
Like, I might not be physically working that hard. They don't. They don't have to know that, but like, I was burnt out
Well, also, you're there for like 10 hours every day.
every single day. And then we have worked literally almost every Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm tired of having one day off. I mean, I know I can't complain. I'm sure your hours are more whack, but
Yeah, but unless it's the weekend, unless it's like the weekend when you go from days to night, um, you always have 2 days. Like,
that's crazy.
but
So,
it's still fucking the swing fucking sucks, and you do work a lot of fucking hours. But honestly, you find ways to fuck off. You find ways to work as little as possible. Like,
oh
just
no,
like getting up.
don't admit that. Don't. We're certified jobbers, not certified slackers. All right.
Well, we're certified jobbers because we always lose, David.
Originally, that's originally what I was thinking is like certified slackers. And I was like, we talk about wrestling a lot. Jobbers would be better.
Yeah, yeah. We talk about wrestlers, and we're always losing this game called life.
I
No,
wasn't
my
born with
life
a
is awesome.
silver spoon.
My life is
Life,
fucking awesome. but sometimes when I'm at work driving a forklift, I just think, I could have paid attention in school. Like,
Yeah, because you're actually like you know how to read books, as an ex-coworker said.
yeah,
You one of them book people.
that, that's why you're getting all those trivia questions, right? Because you
Um,
read books. Maybe.
I was talking to
Definitely.
Ashley about it. Like, I always had trouble learning at school
Yeah.
because it didn't work for me. Like,
Oh, me,
I guess
me too.
I'm
That
now
was.
neurodivergent or something. I don't fucking know. I need something like 'cause I can learn shit on my own. That's
Hmm.
I was messing with something. There's like a Linux distro where it's straight up. There's no GUI or anything. You just use a
Hmm.
terminal and all these keystrokes. And
Yeah.
Ashley walks in and sees me doing all this shit, and she's just like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like,
It's
she's just
also.
like, she finally admitted, she was like, "You are a fucking nerd. I didn't know you were a nerd." And I was like, "I've been saying I'm a nerd. What the fuck you talking about?" She was
Oh.
like, "This is too much for me," because it literally was just like terminal and like words, and I'm just like, I don't know. I pull a browser up, and I'd pull like a browser up out of nowhere, and she's like, because I knew a keystroke, because I fucking
Yeah.
put the command there to do it. And I was like, I gotta add my own file manager so I can manage files. She's just like, why don't you do that? I was like, I don't know. Because you can. Because it's not fucking like an iPhone where it's just ready and set for you, and I don't know.
Oh.
Because I get
See,
bored.
like, I am so not technically literate like that. I can
But you
read the
could
fuck out.
be.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
First off, I don't doubt
you
that I
could.
have the ability to become that way. I don't have the interest to become that way. I have made it this far in my life
Yeah,
with
yeah, we get it.
it.
We get it. We get it, Generation Z. You guys can barely work Windows. Yeah, yeah. Which is
I've
funny
made
because
it.
you
I've
actually know
made
keystrokes that I didn't know at work. I was like, oh, I feel kind of dumb.
yeah. I've made it this far in my life with knowing Control C, Control P, Control V, Control W, and Control
Dude,
T.
you know what's funny is a lot of people don't fucking know those. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, we had
Like,
basic
pe-
computer class. Oh, I know people
people
don't
can
know those
barely.
because it had to be in the fucking. So we're getting a new computer system at
Oh
work.
no.
David, I work with a lot of 60-year-olds.
And I
This is
bet
going to
you
be
that's
a nightmare.
facts.
Um, we're updating to a new computer system, and they're showing us like kind of how to do our job on it. And I'm pretty quick,
Oh
like just
no.
going F2, F4, because like it says on it like F2 is a shortcut for going to this page, and and I'm just like doing it, and like they're like, man, this kid, he fucking gets it. He's like
It
telling
says
all
it
the
right
time,
there, dude.
huh?
It says it right there, homie.
Says it, says it, button. It says new bucket F2, like wait F4, like,
Why doesn't computer just do what I want when I look at it?
but and then he's telling people, he's like, yeah, I guess when you start, if you guys have any troubles, just ask Eli. And I'm like, no,
No,
don't.
you're like, no.
Like, dude, I literally
Dude, you
haven't
should,
even been trained on the job that this is for. I can just
dude.
read what's in front of me on a computer screen.
What you should
Like,
have said is, motherfucker, I drive a forklift. I am not IT. Do not come to me.
don't, do not try to call. Do not try to ask me how to do any of this shit. I sat through the same classes as you. It's not my fault that you're fucking 70 and and you'll probably be
And
dead before you get this new
what's
system.
funny is
Like,
my dad is not like that. That's where I probably get it from. My dad liked to kind of tinker with shit. Like, I mean, like, he always didn't tinker with electronics, but he always didn't have a problem doing it. Like, he used to, like, burn fucking CDs and shit on computers, like, back in, like, the late 90s, and
yeah.
he knew how to,
Oh,
like, Like the whole like thing like that, where like boomers don't know how to do this shit. It always like blew my mind. I was like, well, my dad did fine. My mom was kind of little like that, but like my dad
My
figured out cookies. Like he figured out how I was looking at porn sites because he's like, I just checked the cookies. I was like, you ain't supposed to know that. No, the fuck you doing? I just checked the cookies and this cookie says hairy pussy on it. I don't know. I was
my
like,
dad,
oh man, so I'd have to delete the history and the cookies.
um,
And I'd have to hide all the porno and because it's like back in the day, you'd have to hide all the porno in like a bunch of folders, like 20 folders deep, like my documents, you just name random stuff like random video game, Need for Speed, and then or put it with Need for Speed, like oh
oh my God,
they'll never.
crank down and then get a fucking quick race in. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, dude, my cousin literally had like something under his bunk bed. It was a flag. He had like an American flag just chilling there, taped with four corners. You know how it'd like hang down.
Yeah.
And he had a floppy disk that would be chilling there that was full of porn.
Floppy disk of porn is
A,
great.
a floppy disk. Yeah, we're old. Well, and he's my age. We're the same age. Dude, I used to use floppy disk.
Line at a time.
Dude, we didn't have our internet was dial up too. So like, dude, I can remember like we would sit there for like 20 minutes, like, oh, there's a nipple. Like, that's not like a meme. It was literally like that. When people make that joke, it's like that. It's like, oh man.
Bro, set
We
aside a
just
fucking
sit there.
business day just to crank that.
Oh, dude, we still had to use our imagination. Honestly, the Spice Channel was what we pretty much relied a lot more on. The old Scramble Channel, and you might hear us moaning and see a nipple. I don't know. This podcast is probably getting weird for some people, but I'm a horn dog.
Well, like, God, you guys had it so much harder than we did.
Oh, dude, I used to like look at like the Sears catalog thing. It's like a joke. It's like, dude, the real funny thing is, I don't know how everybody had this experience, but everybody had it. The porno in the woods. It is true. We had porno in the woods. We found it. Like, oh man, titty mag, just chilling out here in the woods. Like, it's funny. It's just like, how's everybody? That's why I think we're in a fucking simulation because everybody
Every
has the same goddamn experience. It's like, yeah,
oh,
dude, I also found porno in the woods. Yeah, me too, brother. Me too, man. It's like, wait a minute. Is somebody out here just fucking stashing porno out in the woods for us to find it in fucking 1997?
it sounds like in your
Big
neighborhood there
porn?
might have been a
Big
dude
porn.
who wanted some young boys to go out into the woods, so he just kept throwing pornos in there. Like, okay,
Uh, well, we didn't worry about stranger danger too much. That was the 90s. I mean, I know it was like popular in the 80s, but it wasn't that bad yet. People don't even trick or treat now. Soft, brother. I'm
no,
kidding.
listen,
I'm just playing up.
I saw fucking someone I know posted one of those big long the trunk or treats are ruining our Halloween. Then
It was
design
me.
your fucking trunk and take it out there if it matters that much to you. You won't because you're lazy, you're bitchless, you're hungry. Like,
Oh. No, I don't even get trick or treaters. I get mad. We used to get them. I'm like, where you guys at? I'm gonna do one of these days. I'm just gonna spend like $1,000 because I mean I don't know if I want to give up my location, but like I'm by a major highway that
mhm.
goes to a certain racetrack that's owned by a company. Might work, but so they are. You can probably hear it. They'll probably be on the podcast. Do you hear all the traffic?
I heard a train a few times, but that's about it.
Yeah, there's been traffic this whole time. I'm like sitting there thinking like, there's a lot of traffic out. Like,
Probably some in
at
mine
least
too.
it. Actually, no, mine's busier than your. My area is busier because I mean, it's more in the city-ish.
Yeah.
Like I can actually see the buildings that are by the arch through the trees right now,
Oh,
like in
hell.
St. Louis. Like,
Oh,
but like, yeah.
oh man, like all these people will be like, oh, trunk or treat. I don't get any trick or treaters. Then go to them. Like if, but also my thing is like times change, man. Like it is
Yeah,
what
I
it
think
is.
things are just different. I think it's just
Like
things are different.
we have
It
way
just,
more access to way more stuff, and we know that people are way fucking crazier than we thought they
I don't
were.
know. I think that's blown out of proportion though. But maybe not.
I mean, now with the access to the internet, kids are seeing
You know
like
what though? You
pretty
know what? There's a
snuff
lot of
film.
people did
Like,
vote for Trump. I am wrong. You were. Never
like,
mind. Go to your damn fucking trunk and treats at church. I don't know. I didn't fucking trick or treat. I fucking hung out in the cemetery with the fucking Wiccan chicks and didn't even get to fill a booby. That's what I did.
oh, dude, one time I was in the cemetery in my hometown, interestingly enough, suffered a very terrible accident where I think 29 kids died. Um,
Damn.
a dance hall exploded, like while they were having,
Holy
a
shit.
dance there. And no one has ever figured out why did it explode, blah, 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 whatever. But there's literally a mass grave in the cemetery for all the ones they couldn't, like, identify. And anyways, I was dating this girl, huh?
I did. Couldn't find it. All right then. Damn, they got fucking smoked.
Bad. Like people knew their kids didn't show up and it was like, well, that was one of them, but they literally, like, not enough left of the bodies. Like, to just bury them all in one mass grave. Anyways, I digress.
Shit.
I was dating this girl who was pretty into like spiritual stuff at the time. I've never been.
Yeah.
And we went to the cemetery one night and she had an app on her phone called Ghost Finder. And you just set it down and, it plays and then you ask questions and you'll get
I know what you're
answers and
talking
blah, blah,
about.
blah.
There's
Huh?
some science that actually plays into that, by the way.
David, it's a
Science.
radio station.
I
It's
don't
just
care. I like having fun.
like, no, have your fun. Absolutely. I used to be a real poopy pants, and I was to this girl because I said, "You think that that's ghosts?" And she was like, "I heard it say something," and I was like, "At the bottom, you can see that it's scanning radio stations."
Oh yeah,
Like,
that doesn't work if it's saying like this is Casey. Well, you don't have Casey down there, but no,
well,
you have to get like a straight actual spirit
it
box, bro.
it only comes in at a point where it's just as like, and then they convince themselves that that's what it's said. It's the same thing with all those fucking ghost hunting shows where it'll be like, listen to this sound. And then it's a noise, and then they put subtitles over it, and you're like, I hear it. How? You're fucking reading it, dumbass. Like, you're reading it at the same time. Like, your
I've
brain
had
is
weird shit.
making the connection.
I've had weird shit, but it's
No,
all good.
absolutely. I don't negate anyone's weird shit that happens
But
to
I also get what you're saying. But I also think like I can't even think of the word. It's like 4 in the morning. It don't matter.
them. Yeah.
I used to be like you when I was young. I didn't like fun either. I was like, oh, amazing. This, but once you start reading all that quantum physics shit and
It's
getting
not,
into it,
it's not even atheism. It's just like, if there if there were, like, so what?
what's funny is when you like brought up the cemetery, she's like, she pulled out her phone and used an app. I almost had a fucking stroke. I was like, oh yeah, you're not that old.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember whipping out a fucking phone.
Yeah.
Probably a Walkman, cassette tape player.
Then, oh my god, do you hear it? I was like, fucking what? The baseball game? Like,
Man, just humor if you want to fucking touch those boobies, alright? Yes, I heard it. Can you take your shirt off now?
not
The
on the
oh, Joe,
grave,
did you hear it? The ghost said topless.
not on the mass grave, commemorating all those good kids we lost.
Did you hear that? I think it said, "Give me a hand job at the mass grave." All right, you heard it. The ghost has spoken.
Well, they were all kids from the dance hall, so they were probably some real horny energy. Was it?
Yeah, dude. They were like that. Yeah, we're dead, dude, but like you can still like get yours, my man.
Because every fucking year they tell you. Do you know about the West Plains dance hall explosion? Like, yeah, you
Like,
tell
yeah,
me every motherfucking year. Like, yeah, no one knows why it blew up. A bunch of kids died. It's very sad, but also this was in like 1931. I don't know
hey, that was a
anybody.
while ago. That was a while ago.
That was a long time ago.
I wasn't alive for a change.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago. And
Yeah.
the
So
tragedy,
like, yeah,
it
go
was
ahead. I'm
so
sorry.
long ago that their way of fixing it was just dump them all in one hole and put a nice headstone on
Like, you'll hear some cool stuff. You hear the train you hear.
it.
It's kind of by me, and there's like a road that's real dark. They found a cop pulling someone over, but they found bodies back there. I have never told Ashley that, but like they've
Oh, for sure. It's a railroad.
there's like a road that's not a part of the railroad. It's just a dark ass like road,
Hmm. Oh, I thought you were
like
saying like the railroad crosses over.
it's right by it. It's like right by it. It's on the other side,
Oh.
and
See,
like
because the
they're
railroad crossing over, that's just somebody committing suicide.
but like there's like a little. Well, I don't think it's a bar anymore, but I've been there a few times. But but like. Yeah, like there was like a dude. He was like a Ponderosa manager. I was in high school still, and it was like my brother's manager, like boss, got fucking pretty much smoked, and so he left his body back there.
Damn.
I can like walk over there. That's how far.
Get
Let me get my
that's
spirit box out. Let me get my fucking app out.
that's the that's the second most intriguing crime doc to come out and to come out of this area.
What's that?
Oh, the road where they find all the bodies. What's happening? But the first one is definitely that fucking Paula Sims. Like, I'm surprised that hasn't gotten the fucking Netflix doc treatment yet.
What hasn't got the Netflix?
Paula Sims?
What? What is that? Why am I
You
not
know Paula
competing on
Sims
it?
live here?
I don't know what that is. What is that? Why am I? Should I
You
know?
you might have been a really little kid when this happened. So, but Paula Sims was this lady that lived in Brighton, I think first, and
Oh,
she
dude,
she calls the police in a frenzy, like someone stole my baby, like they kidnapped my baby girl, and then the cops get there and some stuff's not adding up, but they can't really prove anything. So they're like, ah, okay, whatever. And then she moves to Alton and has a baby boy, and then she has another baby girl, and like she calls the cops in a frenzy, like someone kidnapped my baby girl again, like, and they're like, that doesn't happen to you twice, like, and also like a random kidnapping, like they broke into your house and just stole your baby, like that doesn't happen. Like, uh, and then you come, like, I think she did a long time in jail for killing both of the girls. But when I read a book about it and you really start to like see that her husband was super like manipulative and definitely didn't want girls and probably tried to convince her maybe he even did it, but I don't think he went to jail. He and his son
goddamn
died.
woman, I want a son, motherfucker.
Well, listen, this piece of shit, because I think if he didn't do it, he had a huge hand in it. And he never went to jail. Him and his son got hit by a drunk driver and died. So, good
All
things do
right,
happen to bad people.
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in fucking piss, shithead. But yeah, I'm
And dude,
surprised that shit has not gotten a Netflix documentary. It's an insane true crime case. And like the house where it happened, like you can just drive past it. Like people live there now.
I bet, yeah.
No, it was cool because that's the only time I've read a true crime thing or experienced it, and I was like, I know where all these places are.
Brighton,
Right?
Brighton, Illinois. It's not very
And
bright in there.
Alton was where it happened the second time.
Alton's pretty cool. I like Alton.
Alton's all
Oh
right.
man, well there is a dude getting handcuffed live on the podcast. Oh no, that sucks, dude. Well, hope you got a lawyer.
Yeah. If you don't, one will be provided.
That's kind of funny. I guess it's not funny for the dude.
Yeah, but
It is
me
4 in the
and
morning.
Paige
He's up
always
to no
call
good.
out when we're fucking driving. If we see someone pulled over and then we see the second cop car, we're like, ooh, you're not having a good night. Like, they called the second
Actually,
one.
no. The second one usually comes no matter what, though. I've been pulled over a few times and the second cop shows up.
See, like, that's never happened to me. Every time I've seen someone or seen someone,
Have you got pulled over
uh,
in Illinois yet? Must be a
yeah,
Missouri thing.
I've been pulled over in Illinois. Fucking,
That's weird. I always get the two
uh,
cops and I'm always like, man, why do you need a second cop for? You just pulled me over for like running a stop sign. God
yeah, I got
damn.
pulled over from Madison County Sheriff. So that might
Oh,
because they're
I'm actually
sheriff.
surprised he didn't have 5 cop cars there.
Oh, he didn't do anything. He was like, I'm supposed to search your car because your tags are fucking 2 years, like 3 years expired. And I was
Huh.
like, okay. And he was like, is there anything illegal? And I was like, no. And he was just like, okay, I'm gonna take your word for it. Uh, and then, like, to be 100% honest, of all the relationships I've had with the police department, Madison County Sheriff's is fine. Like, they were doing a manhunt in the woods by my house, and they like knocked on the door and were like, yeah, there's a dude in the woods over there. We got the drones on him though. Just didn't want to freak you out when you saw him. And I was like, okay.
You're
And he was like,
using phones? God damn. Yeah.
huh? Yeah, they're using
Guess
drones.
I guess that makes sense. I guess I shouldn't be shocked.
Well, that and like, do you want to go in the woods and arm to arm search for a man like with a weapon? Nah,
Yeah. You're supposed to protect and serve, brother. Get your ass out there.
they should. They don't though. That's my thing. Is like, they're supposed to be this elite thing, but like all the cops I know are either dog shit or just don't give a fuck. Like
Pretty
you're
much.
either you either beat the shit out of people just because you can, or you are so lackadaisical about this that it's also a negative. Like just
Oh, dude.
like whatever. And I'm like,
Just
hey, like
leaving his car there. All
yeah,
right. Damn.
who leaving his
Sorry.
car there? That's DUI. That's that's DUI for sure.
That'll be towed soon, I guess. Some
Rest in
point.
peace, brother.
God damn it. Just trying to
Uh,
fucking enjoy my road soda and these goddamn pigs.
Have you seen that video that's like people in the 80s talking about
Yep, I already know, and they're all blame communism, and I'm like, oh my god,
like what
exactly what
I
you're talking
worked a
about.
12-hour shift and now I can't drink a beer or two on the way home. Like what the fuck?
I swear, we're just turning into communists. That's how that lady
Yeah.
says, and I'm always like, all right then.
On that note, we should probably wrap it up because my phone will.
Damn, my phone's still, dude. I started this at 67. It's at 49 right now.
Yeah, see, my phone's older. I started at
Time up.
like 70 and I'm at 10.
Yeah, my other phone probably would have been like that. It's time to upgrade. Well, before I go, I have one more story to talk about. A
Yeah.
certain coworker with the same name as a a killer from the Halloween movie.
Yeah,
Um,
Michael. Yeah.
so I'm literally chilling there one day, and he goes, "Hey, I sent you a message on Teams." I was like, "Oh man, before why the fuck you messaging me, dude?" He goes, "Oh, I fixed an error for you," and I was like, "Oh, thank you, dude." And he's like, "Yeah, I just wanted to show you it, and I sent it to your fucking supervisor." I was like, "Oh, thanks. You didn't have to do that, dickhead." But he's just like, "Well, I mean, I guess he did save it before it all was really finalized." And he's like, "Yeah, we already like stuck his hand out for a fist bump," and I was like, "Oh man, I have to touch you. I gotta give you a
No,
fist bump now, like
you
we're
don't,
fucking cool."
David.
Well, I did. I didn't. I
Don't
can't
do it.
leave a man hanging.
Oh, dude, I will make a room so awkward with shit like that. One of my very first jobs, my boss asked me if I like to go by Elijah or Eli. And I said, well, my friends call me Eli. And she said, oh, Eli, okay. And I said, I'd prefer to go by Elijah here. But I was like, day one. And she just went, oh. And I was like, oh, that's actually, yeah, I can see how that sounded super shitty when I said that. No, my
Dude, he
friends
stuck his
call me
hand out.
Eli. Call me Elijah.
But I had to give him a fist bump.
Oh, that sucks. I'm
And now we've never, and that was like actually weeks ago, and we've not spoken since. So we're,
Is your
yesterday he
hand wanting
thought,
to steal away rights from women now?
no, that's Dawson's job. Oh shit.
Good. So good. At least it doesn't transfer skin to skin.
But I do feel like the Republicans are the party of unity. I don't know, I've got that feeling.
Yeah, they're the party of unity and like
Uniting lonely white males
with
that can't get girlfriends.
with as many prepubescent boys as they can. They're the new Catholic Church. Every one of these politicians that hits the whole like I'm for family values gets found with like a young boy escort.
I have said that for years. Like
Yeah.
anytime there's like any kind of like politician like diddling or something, they're always like a Republican or conservative. It's never like you never hear about Obama fucking yeah, I fucking stuck two fingers in a 3-year-old's butt or anything.
I mean, you do have Bill Clinton
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. All right, you only got a Hummer.
with a gross abuse of power, but yeah.
We'll let that one fly. That one's for the good. I'm kidding.
Oh, that was said by David.
I'm kidding.
I
God damn
know.
it! Man, I'd probably already get us canceled. So
No, it's people like
I'm just making jokes. Yes, it is wrong. I will say, I don't know what I will say. I will say, I don't know. I'm not friends with that dude, and I hope he doesn't think I'm cool with him.
that dude's.
He has the personality of a dead moth.
Since everyone's asking, I'll tell you why I'm single. No one asked. No one asked, buddy. No one cares.
Nope.
All right, I gotta go.
All right, dude.
What, episode 6? Forklift certified
I think so.
first baller. Oh, all right, I will see you
Later.
later.